Question 1. Types of home insurance policies. Which of the following statements accurately describes the coverage provided by a HO3 special form policy? A. It provides named perils coverage for both the dwelling and personal property. B. It offers open perils coverage for the dwelling and named perils coverage for personal property. C. It is limited to coverage for personal property only with no dwelling coverage. D. It includes coverage for business liabilities occurring on the property. Answer. B. Explanation. An HO3 policy, also known as a special form policy, provides open perils coverage for the dwelling and other structures, meaning that all perils are covered except those specifically excluded in the policy. Conversely, personal property is covered on a named perils basis, meaning only those perils explicitly listed in the policy are covered, e.g., fire, theft, vandalism. This dual approach balances broad coverage for the dwelling while maintaining specific exclusions for personal belongings, thus making it one of the most popular home insurance options in South Carolina. Question 2. Scenario-based question. Scenario. Mr. Thompson recently purchased a home in Charleston, South Carolina. After a heavy rainstorm, he discovered that his basement flooded due to a backup in the sewer line. His home insurance policy has a standard exclusion for water damage. What should Mr. Thompson do to determine if he has coverage for this incident? A. Assume he has no coverage and start repairs. B. Check if he has a separate endorsement for water backup coverage on his policy. C. Contact his neighbors to see if they experienced similar issues. D. File a claim without consulting his policy details. Answer. B. Explanation. In this situation, Mr. Thompson should check his policy for any endorsements that may provide coverage for water damage due to sewer backups. Standard home insurance policies typically exclude coverage for water damage resulting from flooding or sewer backups unless an endorsement is added. If he has purchased a specific endorsement for water backup coverage, he may be able to file a claim to cover the damages. It is crucial for homeowners to understand their policy and any additional coverages they might need to safeguard against common risks, especially in flood-prone areas like Charleston. Question 3. Claims handling and adjustments. What is the primary purpose of subrogation in the claims handling process? A. To expedite the claims process for policyholders. B. To allow the insurer to recover costs from third parties responsible for a loss. C. To provide additional coverage options to policyholders. D. To determine the amount of a settlement offer for a claim. Answer. B. Explanation. Subrogation is a fundamental principle in insurance that allows an insurer to pursue recovery from a third party that caused a loss to an insured. After the insurer pays a claim to the policyholder, it has the right to step into the shoes of the insured and seek compensation from the responsible party or their insurance company. This process helps keep insurance premiums low by allowing insurers to recoup costs associated with claims. Understanding subrogation is essential for both insurers and policyholders as it highlights the importance of holding liable parties accountable while also demonstrating the cooperative nature of the claims process. Question 4. Coverage types and limits. What is the primary difference between replacement cost and actual cash value (SCV) in home insurance? A. Replacement cost covers the current market value of the property, while a CV accounts for depreciation. B. Replacement cost does not consider depreciation, while a CV pays for the value of the property minus depreciation. C. Replacement cost is only available for personal property, while a CV is applicable to dwelling coverage only. D. Replacement cost requires higher premiums than ACV, regardless of the property value. Answer. B. Explanation. Replacement cost refers to the amount necessary to replace or repair damaged property without deducting for depreciation. In contrast, actual cash value (SCV) considers depreciation and reflects the current market value of the property at the time of loss. This distinction is crucial for homeowners because selecting replacement cost ensures they can fully restore their property to its original condition without out-of-pocket expenses for depreciation. Understanding these concepts can significantly affect claims settlements and financial planning. Question 5. Understanding exclusions and endorsements. Which of the following is generally considered an exclusion under a standard home insurance policy? A. Theft of personal property while traveling. B. Damage from a fire caused by negligence. C. Flood damage from a natural disaster. D. Vandalism of an exterior structure. Answer. See explanation. Flood damage is typically excluded under standard home insurance policies, requiring homeowners to purchase a separate flood insurance policy, often provided through the National Flood Insurance Program (NFIP). Exclusions are specific perils not covered by the policy, and understanding these exclusions is critical for homeowners to ensure they have adequate protection. The other options provided, theft, fire damage due to negligence, and vandalism, may be covered depending on the circumstances and policy specifics. Question 6. South Carolina specific regulations and requirements. What requirement must South Carolina home insurance agents fulfill to ensure compliance with state laws? A. Maintain a minimum of 5 years of industry experience. B. Complete continuing education every 2 years to retain their license. C. Undergo an annual financial audit by a state authority. D. Obtain a separate license for each type of insurance sold. Answer. B. Explanation. In South Carolina, home insurance agents are required to complete continuing education courses every 2 years to maintain their licenses. This regulation is in place to ensure that agents stay updated on industry changes, including laws, regulations, and best practices. While experience and financial audits may be part of broader industry standards, they are not specifically mandated for agent compliance in the same manner as continuing education. Question 7. Risk assessment and underwriting. Which of the following factors is least likely to influence the underwriting process for a home insurance policy? A. The applicant's previous claim history. B. The age of the home and its construction materials. C. The homeowner's credit score. D. The homeowner's social media activity. Answer. D. Explanation. While factors like claim history, home age, and construction materials are critical components that underwriters assess when determining risk and premiums, a homeowner's social media activity is generally not considered a standard criterion in the underwriting process. Insurance companies may examine broader lifestyle factors, but social media activity lacks a direct correlation to the risks associated with home insurance policies. Understanding underwriting criteria can help homeowners present themselves as low-risk applicants, potentially resulting in low premiums. Question 8. Claims handling and adjustments. In a claims adjustment process, what is the primary role of a claims adjuster? A. To process payments for all claims submitted. B. To determine the validity of the claim and assess the extent of the insurer's liability. C. To negotiate policy terms with the insured party. D. To oversee the underwriting process for new policies. Answer. B. Explanation. The primary role of a claims adjuster is to evaluate claims submitted by policyholders, determining the validity of the claim and assessing the extent of the insurer's liability. This process includes investigating the circumstances surrounding the loss, collecting evidence, and making recommendations regarding claim payouts. Adjusters play a critical role in the claims handling process, balancing the interests of both the insurer and the insured to ensure fair and accurate settlements. Question 9. Problem-solving skills in insurance. If a homeowner discovers a coverage gap in their policy after a loss occurs, what is the most effective way to address this situation for future protection? A. Wait until the policy is up for renewal to make changes. B. Immediately file a claim and hope for coverage approval. C. Review the policy details and consult with the insurance agent to add necessary endorsements or adjust coverage. D. Purchase a separate policy from a different insurer without consulting the current agent. Answer. C. Explanation. The most effective approach for a homeowner discovering a coverage gap is to review the policy details and consult with their insurance agent to add necessary endorsements or adjust coverage accordingly. This proactive strategy allows homeowners to ensure their policy accurately reflects their needs and mitigates risks of future uncovered losses. Waiting for renewal or filing claims without understanding coverage limits can lead to further complications and dissatisfaction with insurance coverage. Question 10. Critical thinking in home insurance. When evaluating different home insurance policies, which of the following considerations should be prioritized for long-term financial implications? A. The cheapest premium available. B. The extent of coverage limits and exclusions in each policy. C. The number of endorsements offered regardless of relevance. D. The brand reputation of the insurance company only. Answer. B. Explanation. When evaluating home insurance policies, the extent of coverage limits and exclusions should be prioritized to understand the actual protection offered. While premium costs are important, selecting the lowest premium may result in inadequate coverage, exposing the homeowner to significant financial risks in the event of A loss comprehensive evaluation involves comparing not just premiums, but also the quality and breadth of coverage provided. Ensuring that a policy meets specific needs and risk profiles is crucial for long-term financial security. Question 11. Future trends in home insurance. Which emerging trend in home insurance is primarily influenced by advancements in technology? A. Increased underwriting risks due to climate change. B. Implementation of telematics for personalized premium rates. C. Growth of traditional insurance models based on historical data. D. Reduction in claims processing times due to regulatory changes. Answer. B. Explanation. Telematics in home insurance, where technology is used to gather data about homeowner behavior. G. Through smart home devices is an emerging trend that allows insurers to offer personalized premium rates based on actual risk. This approach moves away from traditional models based solely on historical data and helps to create more customized policies that reflect individual homeowner circumstances. Understanding these trends can prepare homeowners for future insurance options that better meet their needs. Question 12. Types of home insurance policies. Which home insurance policy form typically provides the broadest coverage for personal property? A. HO2 broad form. B. HO3 special form. C. HO5 comprehensive form. D. HO6 condominium form. Answer. C. Explanation. The HO5 comprehensive form provides the broadest coverage for personal property compared to other forms. It offers open perils coverage for personal property, meaning it covers all risks unless specifically excluded. In contrast, the HO2 and HO3 provide named perils coverage, which only covers risks explicitly listed in the policy. The HO6 is tailored for condominium owners and has its specific coverage features. Understanding the differences in coverage can help homeowners select the appropriate policy that meets their needs. Question 13. Understanding exclusions and endorsements. Which of the following endorsements would best protect a homeowner against loss of personal property due to water damage from a backup of sewers or drains? A. Personal property replacement cost. B. Water backup coverage. C. Identity theft coverage. D. Equipment breakdown coverage. Answer. B. Explanation. Water backup coverage specifically protects homeowners from losses due to water damage caused by the backup of sewers or drains. This type of damage is often excluded in standard home insurance policies, making this endorsement essential for adequate protection. The personal property replacement cost endorsement improves the settlement process for personal property losses, but does not specifically address water backup. Other options like identity theft coverage and equipment breakdown coverage serve different purposes and do not cover water damage. Question 14. Risk assessment and underwriting. Which of the following factors is considered most critical when assessing the risk associated with a new home insurance application? A. The applicant's preference for low deductibles. B. The location of the property and its exposure to hazards. C. The homeowner's current debt-to-income ratio. D. The applicant's age and marital status. Answer. B. Explanation. The location of the property and its exposure to hazards. G. Flood zones, wildfire risk, crime rates is the most critical factor in assessing the risk for a new home insurance application. Underwriters evaluate these risks to determine appropriate coverage limits and premiums. While factors like deductible preferences and the homeowner's financial situation may influence underwriting, they are secondary to the inherent risks posed by the property location itself. Understanding these risk factors can help homeowners better prepare for their insurance needs. Question 15. Claims handling and adjustments. In the claims process, what is the typical first step a homeowner should take after experiencing a covered loss? A. Immediately start repairs to minimize damage. B. Contact their insurance agent to file a claim. C. Gather evidence and documentation of the loss. D. Wait for the insurance adjuster to inspect the damage. Answer. C. Explanation. The typical first step after experiencing a covered loss is to gather evidence and documentation of the damage. This includes taking photographs, noting the time and circumstances of the loss, and compiling any relevant receipts or inventory of damaged property while contacting the insurance agent to file a claim is important. Having solid documentation ready can significantly expedite the claims process and improve the likelihood of a favorable outcome. Starting repairs may be necessary to prevent further damage, but it should be done after documentation is complete unless it poses a safety risk. Question 16. Critical thinking in home insurance. When comparing two home insurance policies with similar premiums, which aspect should a homeowner analyze to determine which policy provides better long-term value? A. The average premium increase over the past 5 years. B. The breadth of coverage and exclusions in each policy. C. The number of claims processed by each insurer. D. The agent's personal recommendation. Answer. B. Explanation. Analyzing the breadth of coverage and exclusions is crucial in determining the long-term value of two home insurance policies. Premiums may be similar, but the differences in coverage limits, specific exclusions, and endorsements can significantly affect the financial protection provided. Homeowners should look for policies that offer comprehensive coverage for their specific risks and needs rather than relying solely on premium costs or agent recommendations, which may not reflect the full scope of policy benefits. Question 17. Future trends in home insurance. How is climate change primarily influencing home insurance policies? A. By decreasing the number of insurance providers in the market. B. By increasing premiums and expanding coverage options for natural disasters. C. By mandating that all homes have renewable energy sources. D. By eliminating coverage for homes in high-risk areas. Answer. B. Explanation. Climate change is primarily influencing home insurance policies by increasing premiums and expanding coverage options for natural disasters. Insurers are recognizing the rising frequency and severity of climate-related events, leading to adjustments in pricing models and coverage offerings. This includes increased premiums for properties in high-risk areas and the introduction of specialized coverage options, such as for flood or wildfire damage. While some insurers may limit coverage in extremely high-risk areas, the trend is more about adjusting to risks rather than outright elimination. Question 18. Practical applications and case studies. Mr. Thompson recently purchased a new home in a flood-prone area and has a standard home insurance policy. He is concerned about potential flooding and wants to ensure adequate coverage. What should Mr. Thompson do? A. Trust that his standard home insurance policy will cover flood damage. B. Purchase a separate flood insurance policy through the NFIP. C. Request a flood endorsement to be added to his existing policy. D. Cancel his current policy and find a new one that includes flood coverage. Correct answer. B. Explanation. Mr. Thompson should purchase a separate flood insurance policy through the National Flood Insurance Program (NFIP), because standard home insurance policies typically exclude flood damage. Flood insurance is specifically designed to cover losses resulting from flooding, providing essential protection for homeowners in flood-prone areas. While endorsements may be available for other types of water damage, they will not cover flooding. It's crucial for homeowners in high-risk areas to take proactive steps to secure appropriate coverage to protect their investment. Question 19. Insurance principles. Which principle states that an insured should not profit from a loss but should be restored to their financial position prior to the loss? A. Risk management. B. Indemnity. C. Subrogation. D. Insurable interest. Answer. B. Explanation. The principle of indemnity states that insurance is designed to restore the insured to their financial position prior to the loss, preventing any profit from the insurance payout. This principle is fundamental to the insurance concept, ensuring that the insured does not receive more than the actual loss suffered. Other principles, such as risk management, focus on minimizing risks, while subrogation allows insurers to recover costs from third parties responsible for the loss. Understanding these principles is vital for homeowners to grasp how insurance functions and what to expect during the claims process. Question 20. Coverage types and limits. Which type of coverage would a homeowner select to protect against additional living expenses incurred while their home is being repaired after a covered loss? A. Personal property coverage. B. Loss of use coverage. C. Dwelling coverage. D. Medical payments coverage. Answer. B. Explanation. Loss of use coverage, also known as additional living expenses, is designed to cover the extra costs incurred when a homeowner cannot reside in their home due to a covered loss. This includes expenses such as temporary housing, meals, and other necessary living costs during the repair process. Personal property coverage protects belongings. Dwelling coverage protects the physical structure, and medical payments coverage addresses injuries to guests on the property, but none of these options would cover additional living expenses. Understanding the different coverage types ensures homeowners are adequately protected in various scenarios. Question 21. Types of home insurance policies. Which of the following home insurance policy forms typically covers the dwelling and personal property on an open perils basis? They: Ho-on, basic form. B. HO3 Special Form, C. HO4 Tenants Form, D. HO7 Mobile Home Form. Answer: B. Explanation. The HO3 Special Form provides coverage for the dwelling and personal property on an open perils basis, meaning it covers all risks except those specifically excluded in the policy. This form is the most commonly used home insurance policy for single-family homes. In contrast, the HO1 offers limited coverage on a named peril basis, and the HO4 is designed for renters, covering personal property but not the structure. The HO7 is specifically for mobile homes and may also provide coverage on a named peril basis. Question 22. Understanding exclusions and endorsements. Which of the following is typically NOT covered under standard homeowners insurance policies? A. Theft of personal property. B. Damage caused by earthquakes. C. Fire damage to the dwelling. D. Vandalism to the exterior of the home. Answer: B. Explanation. Damage caused by earthquakes is typically excluded from standard homeowners insurance policies. Homeowners may need to purchase a separate earthquake endorsement or policy to cover this risk. Theft, fire damage, and vandalism are generally covered under standard policies subject to the terms and conditions outlined within the policy. Understanding the exclusions helps homeowners make informed decisions about additional coverage options they may need. Question 23. Claims handling and adjustments. During the claims process, what is the primary responsibility of the claims adjuster? A. To issue the payment for the claim immediately. B. To investigate the claim and determine the extent of coverage. C. To recommend repairs to the homeowner's property. D. To deny the claim based on company policy. Answer: B. Explanation. The primary responsibility of the claims adjuster is to investigate the claim and determine the extent of coverage. This involves assessing the damage, reviewing policy terms, and deciding how much the insurance company will pay based on the findings. While they may recommend repairs, their main role is to ensure that the claim is processed fairly and in accordance with the policy. Issuing payments occurs after the investigation, and denying a claim is not the primary role but can occur if coverage is not established. Question 24. Risk assessment and underwriting. Which of the following factors is least likely to influence a homeowner's insurance premium? A. The home's proximity to a fire hydrant. B. The homeowner's previous claims history. C. The age of the homeowner. D. The type of roofing material used on the home. Answer: C. Explanation. The age of the homeowner is least likely to influence a homeowner's insurance premium. Insurers typically assess risks based on factors related to the property itself and the homeowner's claims history. Proximity to fire hydrants can reduce premiums due to improved firefighting access, while previous claims history is a critical factor that insurers consider when calculating premiums. The type of roofing material may affect risk assessment and, consequently, the premium amount, as certain materials may provide better protection against damage. Question 25. Problem-solving skills in insurance. A homeowner wants to ensure they have adequate coverage for valuable items like jewelry and collectibles. Which strategy should they pursue? A. Increase their dwelling coverage limit. B. Purchase a separate personal property endorsement for high-value items. C. Rely on the standard personal property coverage limits. D. Decrease their deductibles to lower their out-of-pocket expenses. Answer: B. Explanation. The homeowner should purchase a separate personal property endorsement for high-value items. Standard homeowners insurance policies often have sublimits for personal property, meaning valuable items like jewelry and collectibles may not be fully covered. An endorsement can provide additional coverage and ensure that these items are adequately protected. Increasing dwelling coverage does not directly address personal property, and relying solely on standard limits could leave the homeowner underinsured. Question 26. Future trends in home insurance. How are insurance companies adapting to the increasing risk of natural disasters due to climate change? A. By standardizing all policies across regions. B. By diversifying their investment portfolios to include more real estate. C. By increasing premiums and developing specialized coverage options. D. By eliminating coverage in high-risk areas entirely. Answer: C. Explanation. Insurance companies are adapting to the increasing risk of natural disasters due to climate change by increasing premiums and developing specialized coverage options. As the frequency and severity of natural disasters rise, insurers adjust their pricing and may create tailored policies that specifically address these emerging risks, such as flood or wildfire insurance. Standardizing policies or eliminating coverage is less common. Instead, companies seek to remain competitive while ensuring they can cover potential claims effectively. Question 27. South Carolina specific regulations and requirements. Under South Carolina law, how long does an insurance company have to respond to a claim once it has been filed? A. 15 days. B. 30 days. C. 45 days. D. 60 days. Answer. B. Explanation. Under South Carolina law, an insurance company is required to respond to a claim within 30 days of receipt. This response typically involves acknowledging the claim and beginning the investigation process. Timely communication is crucial to ensure that claims are handled efficiently and to provide homeowners with updates regarding their claims status. Understanding these timelines can help homeowners manage expectations during the claims process. Question 20. Coverage types and limits. Which of the following statements about replacement cost versus actual cash value (SCV) is correct? A. Replacement cost pays for the current market value of the damaged property. B. ACV deducts depreciation from the replacement cost of damaged property. C. Both replacement cost and SCV provide the same level of coverage. D. Replacement cost is only available for personal property. Answer. B. Explanation. Actual cash value (SCV) deducts depreciation from the replacement cost of damaged property. This means that ACV takes into account the property's age and wear and tear when calculating the payout. In contrast, replacement cost coverage pays for the cost to replace the damaged property without considering depreciation, providing a higher potential payout. Understanding these differences is essential for homeowners when selecting coverage options, as it affects the financial recovery after loss. Question 29. Practical applications and case studies. Mrs. Lee experienced a fire that destroyed her kitchen. She wants to know what her next steps should be in the claims process. What should she do first? A. Start rebuilding her kitchen immediately. B. Document the damage with photos and lists of lost items. C. Contact her insurance agent for advice. D. Wait for an adjuster to come before taking any action. Answer. B. Explanation. Mrs. Lee should document the damage with photos and lists of lost items as her first step in the claims process. Proper documentation is critical in supporting her claim and can facilitate a smoother process when the adjuster reviews her case. While contacting the insurance agent is also important, having detailed evidence of the damage ready will enhance her chances of receiving a fair settlement. Starting rebuilding without documentation may jeopardize her claim, and waiting for an adjuster may delay necessary actions to prevent further damage. Question 30. Insurance principles. Which of the following insurance principles prevents a policyholder from receiving more than the actual loss incurred? A. Risk management. B. Indemnity. C. Subrogation. D. Insurable interest. Answer. B. Explanation. The principle of indemnity prevents a policyholder from receiving more than the actual loss incurred. This principle ensures that insurance serves to restore the insured to their financial position before the loss, preventing any profit from insurance payouts. Subrogation refers to the insurer's right to recover costs from a third party responsible for the loss, while risk management focuses on minimizing risks. Insurable interest requires the policyholder to have a legitimate financial stake in the insured property to prevent moral hazards. Understanding these principles is fundamental for both policyholders and insurance professionals.